Hello, my name's Steak and I am bringing to you my review of the Enermax Ostrorg. This is a mid-tier case that supports ATX and Micro ATX. Supports micro ATX and mini ATX. I can't. As you can probably tell, or you can't tell because this is my first video, I have a rather nasty cold that I'm recording this video on, and I also can't speak. This supports ATX and micro ATX motherboards. It comes in 4 colours, well, really it's 3.5 colours. There's a black with a white trim, okay, a white with a black trim, and a pink, because why not pink? The case comes with 4 5.25 inch bays. It comes with 5 3.5 inch bays that are internal and 1 3.5 inch bay that's external, which means that you can connect a hot swap cage and be able to just hot swap your hard drives in there, or whatever else you want to, fan controllers or anything like that. The case supports about a gazillion fans, or maybe just 8 fans. But yeah, it supports quite a lot of fans. You have one 120 on the front, one 120 on the rear, and one 120 on the bottom. It also has room for 2 120 or 140 fans on the side, and 2 120 or 140 fans on the top. The top looks like it could support a radiator, but the clearance between the motherboard and the top grill isn't that much, so I very much doubt you could stick a radiator in there and the fans on top without hitting something, probably the RAM modules on your motherboard. The case has 7 expansion slots and supports a max GPU with 413mm or 286 with the cages on, the drive cages. Though I run this system on my rig in it, and I run the Gigabyte WindForce GTX 760, and on their website they came out a 295mm width, and it fits just, but it does fit. You can also run a max cooler of 174 or 150 with the fan, and as you can tell on mine, I run a 212 Evo, and there's at least, I'd say about 10mm, maybe 15mm on top of that, no problem. As you look at the front, you can see that we have 1 USB 3, 3 USB 2s, front power, reset, and front audio. It also has a removable PSU filter, which is a nice touch, and it also comes with a magnetic fan filters for the bottom, a 120mm fan filter on the bottom, which I thought was quite cool, and 2 140mm, 2x140, so that's 1 fan filter, that's 2 times 1, that'll fit 2 140mm for the top. The pricing on this in the UK is, it starts off at £32 of the 32 Great British Pounds. That's for a black with no window, and the one I have in front of me is the white with the window, and that was £43 for this case, which for you Americans is around $60 to $70 for this case, which I'm blown away with. I mean, the case is really cheap when you look at other cases in its market. And as we look at the front of the case, you can see that it's very clean, it's very aesthetically pleasing, it's very minimal. Unfortunately, the fact that it is like that, there's no real proper mesh on the front, does choke air supply, but you can always take off the front 5.25 inch panels. Downside to this case is the sides are quite flexible, and the acrylic on the window is cheap acrylic. It's the kind of acrylic there, you're only going to dust it and you start to see those little micro scratches that are really annoying. Airflow is restricted on the front unless you take the front panels off. But on a note, I decided the case comes with a 5.25 inch adapter down to 3.5 or 2.5 inch for an SSD or a hard drive. You can also mount it vertically in the quick release brackets and stick a fan on there, a 120mm fan on there, which is what I've done on mine to get the better airflow, which I thought was really clever. That's a really versatile adapter. But again, the airflow is restricted. I found Enermax and emailed Enermax and asked Enermax if they could send me through some replacement plates, and they did free of charge. They sent me 4 replacement blanking plates, which I will then drill or mod in some way, probably to accommodate some better airflow. But at the moment I spend most of my time with it side on, so I don't notice. Cable management, I knew I forgot something. Cable management on this case is good. The cable management on this case is really good. There's no cromits on the cable management holes, but for £40, what do you expect? There's lots of little bobbins and gubbins and little mobbling bits that you can attach all your zip ties to. The gap between the motherboard tray and the rear and the back panel, it's about a thing. It's about my sort of finger, and just there we go. See, it's about a fingernail's width, which I mean it's doable, and it's more than doable. But you've got to think about how you put it up. You can't just whack it all in and just hope for the best. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it. That pretty much sums the case up. It's a cracking case. I've not really had any problems with it. There's not really anything that I am annoyed about. I mean, the panels come off, but just slide off quite easily, and they're attached by little thumb screws. It would be nice if the thumb screws stayed attached. I mean, I have in my front range of my media center PC an old compact that runs the AMD 64-bit chip, and that's how old it is. You're talking at least 8-9 years old, and even that has the little gubbins on them that stops the screws from falling out. So you could probably do with that. It does come with a rear fan pre-installed, but that's only a Molex fan. But again, £40. But I don't think you can ask for more. This, if you're building a budget case, if you want to build, if you're building a budget build, and you want the best components you can get for your money, and you don't particularly care about the case that much, and you just want something that's going to look pretty nice, but yeah, this is the case to go for in my opinion. It's very clean, very nice, looks the business, definitely I recommend. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you didn't, click the dislike button. Please subscribe. This is my first video, and if I do get more people who subscribe and I do get people who want to see more videos, I will do more videos. Like I said earlier, probably on the LG G3 will be my next review, and then probably the iPhone 6, and I also plan on doing a video sort of showing what it's like to go from iOS to Android, being as I was an iPhone user for the last 4 years now. Thank you very much. Like and subscribe, as I said, and I shall see you soon.